What's up, guys? It's Book, aka Bookie of the Year. I finally finished crunching the numbers on March Madness, and now I'm sharing my bracket with you guys. I'll also be posting my picks every day, and if my bracket gets a game wrong, then it will be out of sync with the daily picks. So keep an eye out for that if you're looking for those daily picks through March Madness. Let's get into it. I'm going to go through my bracket by region so I can show you the bracket on the screen. First up is the West. A pretty straightforward bracket. I don't have any upsets in the first round. I have Bryant over Wright State before the first round, and that game is today. So keep an eye out for that. I'm going to give my opening round picks in my daily picks video, which will come out before the games today as well. In the second round, I have UConn over Arkansas, but other than that, the West is a straightforward favorite pick. Next is the East. The big upset that many have been talking about is Virginia Tech. I have them beating number 6 Texas, number 3 Purdue, and number 2 Kentucky on their way to the Elite Eight. That's a pretty decent upset run, but again, a lot of people are expecting Virginia to beat Texas and maybe more, so this isn't that hot of a take. On to the South. A couple upsets in the first round with Texas Christian, Michigan, and Loyola beating out the higher seed in the first round. From there, I have 3 seed Tennessee beating number 2 seed Villanova in the Sweet 16. Other than that, it's a straightforward bracket. And finally, the Midwest. In the first round, I have Creighton and South Dakota State for upsets, as well as Louisiana State over number 3 Wisconsin in the second round. But that's it for the Midwest. Now this is where things usually get interesting. Obviously, I will have probably blundered a couple picks on my way to the Final Four and in the championship, so it's likely that a couple of these picks will be wrong. However, my system is pretty accurate, and I usually have one, if not both teams in the championship right. So here's what the championship looks like in my bracket. I've got Gonzaga and Arizona in the final. I think this is a pretty common pick for March Madness this year, though a couple of forecasters picked completely different teams. They're idiots though, they never get it right. And of course, as you can see, I have Arizona getting the dub for March Madness this year. I think a lot of people would disagree with that, but I think it's a pretty solid pick. I think both teams are very good and either one could come away with the win this year. Now, I'm not adding the score here because, first of all, my system doesn't help me predict the score, so I had to come up with another system for doing that. But also, I wanted to be able to use my bracket this season too, so if you use my picks, you'll have to come up with your own scores for the championship. I'm thinking I might make a video about how I decide what scores to use on the bracket. It's a pretty good introduction to looking at stats to make predictions, so if that sounds interesting to you, leave a comment on this video. But that's my bracket. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Subscribe and turn on notifications if you want to see more videos about sports betting and March Madness. Follow me on social media wherever you prefer to see my picks. You know the deal. Thanks for stopping by. Be safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one.